Okay, great. So today we are very glad to have the Joshua, a social media expert in the U.S., to become the speaker to talk about something about social media. So Joshua, so this is Hank. So could you tell me about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Joshua Waldman, and I'm the author of Job Searching with Social Media for Dummies, which is actually coming out with a second edition
Hmm.
in just a couple of weeks, available on Amazon. A lot has changed in the world of social media. Its adoption by recruiters and job seekers has been a global impact on the economy. Uh, Last October, President Obama himself sat in the
Yeah.
LinkedIn home office endorsing the use of LinkedIn for recruitment and career advancement.
Okay.
A lot of studies have come out internationally, as well as in America, really touting the benefits of using social media. As a matter of fact, Coca-Cola came out and said that over the last 4 years, they've saved something like $8 million in recruiting costs through their adoption of social media. So, as someone serious about their career, using it is just a great way to separate yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for great talents, I mean, there's a lot of great talent out there
Yes.
venturing into the world of social media. So I try to help people on the job seeker side figure out how to best communicate with recruiters and companies that they want to work for to really present themselves in the best possible light and advance their careers.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good. That sounds a very interesting career and a very meaningful. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So Joshua, I know that you have already written two social media books. So could you tell me that what is your motivation to write those two books? Yeah.
I was laid off twice, once in 2008, once in
Okay.
2009.
Okay.
And if you've ever been laid off before, it is a very painful experience.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And I saw a lot of people suffering with
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
And I know that I was able to help them because I would give these talks and lectures around where I live and to the different job clubs. And people would email me later and said, you know, yeah, I followed your advice and I got hired. And I felt very inspired by that. I felt like I was making a difference by
Yeah.
sharing this. And so for me, the purpose of my company and everything I do is to help as many people as possible
Yeah.
around the world
Yes.
use social media effectively to advance their careers. And I do that through speaking and writing and video and course curriculum,
Yeah.
whatever I can to make this information available, while at the same time still earning a living and supporting my family.
Yeah, that's good. That's great. So like because in 2008 you got laid off and that is why you want that's the reason, and then you also use the social media to find your new job, or you yeah, or you
I
just
did, yeah. I use social media to get to job interviews.
okay. So you think it's
But
very useful, and then
it's
that's why
incredibly useful.
this is
Yeah.
incredible. So that's why you want to write down this book and then try to make people to know that social media is very useful and incredible. That's why.
It's very useful, and it's not just an American thing. I think that if your listeners are watching this and they're thinking, "Oh, that's great, good for you, Mr. American," um, I just want to say right now that when I was getting my international MBA, I
Okay.
lived in Shanghai, I lived in Kobe, Japan, I
Oh,
visited Vietnam,
yeah.
I lived in India and Nepal for years.
Oh,
And
that's great.
throughout all of those experiences, I was able to leverage my LinkedIn network to
Okay.
meet some very, very important business people
Wow.
along the way who were very generous with their time with me.
Yeah.
And so this isn't just a North American thing, this is a global phenomenon.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll tell you, if you were to start using this, no matter what country you're living in, you will
Mm.
see powerful results.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So the second question is that okay, because the Hank and Spencer Indian consultancy and the high impact culture alliance both located in Asia. So I want to ask you your professional opinions that for Asian people, if he wants to build their personal brand as a job seeker or as a professional, which social media would you recommend most? And then could you tell me why?
Okay, well, I think any of the big three. Of
Yeah.
course, this is different when you're in mainland China because
Yeah.
the only social network from America allowed in China is LinkedIn.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I agree.
So let's just say, without talking about mainland China,
Okay.
in saying the rest of Asia, then I would certainly recommend Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn.
Okay.
For different reasons. I think that
Okay.
oftentimes recruiters and business owners are using LinkedIn very proactively to find talent.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, Facebook's a little bit different. You don't have recruiters and companies on there, but you do have our friends and family.
Yeah.
And as I'm sure you know, Hank,
Yeah.
and I'm sure your listeners know, who you know is oftentimes more important than what you can do.
That's true, exactly, you know.
And your Facebook network is a great place to tap into who you know, who knows you well,
Yeah,
to get those referrals. Now with Graph Search, if you haven't signed up for Graph Search,
yeah,
it's a way to use Facebook to find people outside of your immediate network
yeah.
who might be working at target companies.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Okay, so you would recommend Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter.
Twitter as well, yeah.
Okay, as well. Yeah, so is there any difference between using Twitter and Facebook? Because you know, I think many people can recognize the difference about LinkedIn and Facebook. It is for personal life. The other is for business life. Yeah, or your professional life. But Twitter and Facebook, is there any the small difference? Is there any?
So Twitter is very much a blank slate. It's what you make of it.
Yeah.
In countries like Japan, Twitter is very much a business engine.
Okay.
In countries like Indonesia,
Yeah.
it's much more of a personal communication mechanism. So
Okay.
Twitter is all on how you make it.
Okay.
And I think if you tweet on your brand and you tweet about things with your own voice authentically and you're not inappropriate,
Okay.
you can actually start to have conversations with companies that you're very interested in directly. And the cool thing about Twitter is it's non-hierarchical, which means
Mm-hmm.
that anybody can send a message to anyone in the organization. Hi, CEOs,
Yeah.
to the mailroom clerk, and you can still send that message and it's going to get read.
Okay.
So it levels the playing field, and I think that's a very powerful thing
Okay.
for anybody.
Yeah, sounds great. Okay, so thanks. Thanks for your answer. And the final question is that for people who wants to use social media to find a job or to build their personal brand, what is the most critical mindset or element do you think that would be very important and for people?
Here it is. This is the biggest mistake, and if you can avoid this mistake,
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
Okay. Good.
It's not about you.
It's
It's
not
about
about
them.
you. It's not.
When you approach companies, when you approach your network,
Yeah.
never ever take the approach like they owe you anything. I see this happen all the time, though. Someone will send their resume out to everyone they know and say, "Hey, can you help me out?"
Okay.
Well, you're not really helping your network at all. You're taking money out of the bank. Change your mindset.
Okay.
How can you help your friends, your family? How can you
Okay.
provide value
Okay.
to the company that you're targeting?
Mm-hmm.
And I think just by that little mindset change, you'll find that people are more willing to help you out.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a very great idea. You think how to benefit people at the beginning, and then
Yes.
probably the good things will come to you.
Call it karma.
Okay, okay. What comes around goes around. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, thanks for Joshua. Today to have you as our the speaker. We talk about something about social media. So, do you anything want to share for our audience in the final part?
Yeah, well, check out my blog. It's careerenlightenment.com. Hank's probably going to have a link down below this video, I'm sure.
Okay.
And, I help people with providing a free newsletter on Thursdays with updates and success stories and tips and tricks that should help you with your career, whether you're looking for a job actively or not, just to help you understand how to use social media in your life. I also offer LinkedIn profile writing services, so if you're trying to get into LinkedIn and you don't know what to say, that's okay. I can help you out as well. It's information available on careerenlightenment.com. Hank, it was a pleasure speaking with you today.
Okay, it's my pleasure as well. Okay, thank you for having you.
Thank you.